Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. Today we are going to work on a lot of scapular mobility and strengthening work, and we'll get into some nice side plank work in there as well as we'll try some teasers today. So from that perspective, let's start standing and prep here, and just go ahead and come to a nice standing posture. So my hips, knees, and toes are about hip width apart. I can lift my toes and still press evenly into big toe and pinky toe mound. And maybe my inner arch of the feet lifts up just a little bit here, and then we'll lower. And then trying to keep that somewhat, I'm just going to lift my heels and lower the heels. And lift my heels, coming straight up and lowering the heels. Lift and lower. If you feel any popping, like I just did in one of my ankles, that's fine, as long as there's no pain associated with that popping. Remember, anything we do in Pilates, sometimes, yes, it is challenging, but pain is never a normal sensation. Neither is tingling or burning. So then from here, let's just go alternating one side. And I'm trying to keep my toes and ankles in this alignment here. So I don't want to do this, kind of up to a roll or anything like that. You can always hold on to something if your balance is not that great in this moment. Good. And then from here, let's take a big inhale, bend those knees as we come down, pressing through the feet, coming all the way up, and then we'll come down. So your knees and your hips are going to be your guide as to how deeply you bend and come. So if you're really tight there for whatever reason, have different issues going on, you just do what you can do and don't worry about the rest. Good. And then we'll come all the way up, reach, 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 turning palms away, grow taller from crown to tail. Let's take this into more squat now. So I'm just going to turn sideways. You can see what I'm doing a little bit better. My legs are hip width apart and parallel, so they're facing straight forward, and I'm zipping up. You can do anything you want with your arms here, and I'm going to just prefer that you move them just to get everything warmed up. So I'm just going to come through a little squat. So it's not as deep as a knee bend. But I want to feel this in the glutes. I want to feel this in the heels. Good. Now I'm just going to stay right here. Maybe some little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take that down. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm going to come out a little bit wider. Hips, knees, and toes are going to turn out away from the body. We're going to move the arm again with our squat. So we're going to come up and come down. Good. Again, just like with the knee bend, your hips and your knees are going to dictate how deep you come. You don't want to go deeper than parallel. So for example, here, my thighs aren't perfectly parallel, but they're almost there. I don't want to drop my hip lower than my knees. Good. And press into the heels, press into the feet. Good. And we'll come back up and come down. You can heel toe everything together or hop closer together. Let's take those arms out to the side. My palms are facing forward, and I'm just going to come into rotation. Good. Let's take the palms to the ceiling, hands to the shoulders, moving forward and back. Good. You can take this into some circles. Belly button stays in here. You don't want the upper body to be flopping around like a fish. And let's reverse the circle. Good. And then from here, we're just going to work through a few scapular movements, and then we're going to start to make our way to the mat. So actually, I'm just going to stand right here. So from here, we've got elevation. So shoulders are going to come up to the ears, and depression, the lowering. Elevation, depression. Elevation, depression. Elevation, depression. Elevation, depression. Elevation, depression. Good. From here, I'll turn sideways. It's a little bit easier to see. Arms are going to come forward. Zipping up again. Protraction, retraction. Protraction, retraction. Protraction, retraction. Now, take your palms forward. So just like this. Take it forward like you were doing a plank. Protraction. Notice how that feels. I'm going to feel this in a plank. And retraction. Protraction, retraction. Protraction, retraction. Protraction, retraction. Shake that all about. Good. Come to the back of your mat. Good. We're going to have that imaginary wall behind us as we do these roll downs and roll ups. And a few things for different people. If you're newer, or maybe you've got a back issue or something like that, you can do this parallel hip width apart. That's a little bit easier. Taking the feet closer together and together is a little bit harder. And then Pilates V, where hips, knees, and toes are turned out, heels are connected. You've got about a fifth width apart between the two big toes. You want to be careful not to over rotate. Good. That's the one I'm going to demo. So zipping up nice and tall. We're standing tall. We're going to peel off bone by bone from that imaginary wall. I'm going to nod the chin. Good. Once I get right here, starting here, you want to take that C-curve scoop. Now this took lots and lots of practice. I'm like years of practice to open up my hamstrings enough to keep my hips from going behind me. It's better to bend the knees than to let the hips go far behind you. And then pressing in from hip to heel into the floor, keeping that C curve. We're going to round. And coming all the way back up. So what I mean by hips coming back is a lot of people will do this from tight hamstrings. They're compensating. Try to work on getting out of that habit. Let's go again. Big inhale, exhale, nodding the chin. Rolling that down, get that C-curve scoop. Good. Now from here, you can stay or you can walk this out. Find a plank. Think about protraction. You're pressing away. Good. Pressing away. To come back, you can bend the knees and walk your hands in. That's going to be easier. It's more challenging if you keep the legs long, hinging from the hips, walking back. Stopping the hips over the ankles, whether you bent the knees or not, and then getting into the feet and the legs. Round, round, round. Coming all the way back up. Let's take a big inhale and reach. Let's open into a little back bend here. Good. And coming back down. This time we're going to take it down. We're going to take a couple push-ups. So big inhale, exhale, nodding that chin, rolling it down. Good. Walking it out. Good. Find your plank. You can also drop the knees here if you need to. I'm going to turn my elbows forward so my elbows can bend straight back, halfway down and push. Halfway down and push. One more if you can, halfway down and push. Woo! Let's take it back. Good. Stop over the ankles. Round, round, round. Coming all the way back up. Big inhale. Exhale, let's open. And taking that down. Last one, we're going to walk out to the plank, take our push-ups, and stay down there. Big inhale, exhale, nodding the chin, scooping in that belly. Always look where you're going. And then we'll walk it out. Find your plank, knees lifted or grounded. Protract, elbows forward. Good. Halfway. One. Halfway. Two. Could you do one more? Halfway. Three. Woo! Not nod, but bend those knees. Find a child's pose and round. Excellent, excellent work. All right, continuing here. So we're going to come to some sternum drops. And I'm going to do this one in stages because different people need different things. So you can be here on all fours on your hands. If you've got a wrist issue, you can come down onto your forearms here. If this is too deep, but you've got a couple yoga blocks or some sturdy cushions, you can put your forearms down on those so you don't have to come as deep. Just make sure that whatever you are using is stable and it's not going to slide or fall out from underneath you. So from here, good. I've got my fingers spread wide. My belly button is in. Good. Now I'm protracted here. I'm pressing away from the floor. Now I'm retracting, protracting, retracting, protracting. Sternum drops and lifts. Sternum drops, and lift. You can stay with those. You can come onto the forearm. Sometimes this is a little bit harder, doing the same thing. You want more challenge, take the knees behind you. So modified forearm plank. Just watch your placement here. Shoulders are over or behind the elbows, or come into full forearm plank and find it. Retract, protract, retract, protract, sternum drop, sternum lift, sternum drop, sternum lift. Drop those knees. Woo. Find a child pose. I'm just going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here a little bit. When I do this, it's a little bit of a nice sensation in my low back, but I'm also feeling a nice stretch in my upper body too. Good. From here, when you're ready, we're going to take some basic cat-cows. This can also be done on the forearms if you need that. Otherwise, big inhale. Take it in the cow. Exhale, round into cat. Protraction. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, round. Good. Let's take this into some hip circles. I'm just gonna, just go side into this one side here. Again, you're trying not to collapse to the shoulders here. You're still staying a little bit of protracted. There will be a little bit of dipping. You won't be able to keep full protraction the whole time, but you don't want to practice with, completely collapsed shoulders either. Let's take that in the opposite direction. Belly button is still in. Good. And then when you're ready, good. We're going to set up for our first little flow, and we're going to plank to down dog, and we're going to move back and forth from down dog to plank about 4 times. So you can also do this on forearms. It's a little bit more challenging, but if you've got wrist issues, you can certainly do it. Or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can do it. I will demo that first. So here is forearms down. Good, your forearm plank. Good. And really, you're not really going back into down dog so much as you are dolphin, but you can do that. Good. And you might have to adjust where your feet are, but this is one option. Good. I'm going to demo this in high plank. So I'm going to come up here. Good. I'm finding my good form. Good. So here's my down dog. Good. And coming into plank. Good. From here, find your plank starting point wherever you're going to go. And here we go. Take it back, down dog. And plank. There's 1. Take it back. And plank. Here's 2. Try not to collapse to the shoulders. And 3. And 4. Hold, hold, hold. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, let's take a child's pose here. Let's take the knees as wide as the mat. They can also be closer together. I'm going to take my arms forward. We're going to get a little bit of a stretchy back in here. My belly button is zipped up and in. I'm going to lift a little bit. I'm going to walk my hands over towards my right. Walking left fingertips forward. Lift the hips slightly. Press into the right hand. Sink the hips towards the left side. Feel that nice stretch all the way under here. Breathe and expand. A lot of people don't because it's hard, and it's hard for me too, but I love working and strengthening my upper body. Good, and we'll come back up and walk back through center, reset. Good, we'll come back up a little bit, walk over to the left, walk the right hand forward, lift the hips, press into the left hand, sink towards the right. Strong upper body helps you with good posture. It helps you with your day-to-day activities, lifting, pushing, pulling. And if you were to fall, you're less likely to break a nose, chip a tooth, bust a lip, what have you, because you've got the strength to catch yourself versus collapsing because the strength is not there. Good, and we'll come back up and come back to center. One more time, get a nice little child's pose through center. And when you're ready, we're gonna come onto our back. So this is called supine. Supine is meaning that you're on your back. Good. And then once you come back here, let's just take a moment. So take your feet as wide as your mat, or if you're not working on a mat, take them a little bit wider than hip width apart, and just get a nice little windshield wiper here from side to side. Your belly button is in as you do this because the spine is going into some rotation. Good. So let's work the core through warming up the core. So I'm just going to bring my knees, my legs back in the tabletop position. I'm going to roll my shoulders back. So pressing arms and shoulders into the mat. Good. One leg at a time. And we're going to come to our toe taps. The knees are over the hips, shins are parallel to the floor. My legs are about hip width apart here for right now. Good. I'm going to start on the left side. It's all from the hip. Nothing is changing at the knee. The angle's not changing at the knee. And we're going to come to a hover. Good. So we can keep this connection the whole time to a hover. Exhale, lift back up. Other side. Inhale on the down. Exhale, hover and lift. Really use those abs right below the navel. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. No funny business in the back here. One more time. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Bring those knees into the chest. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to go right into the hundreds. You can keep the feet grounded. You can be in tabletop or find a diagonal line anywhere along the spectrum that works with your body. Keeping the spine in neutral. So we don't want to arch up. We don't want to completely press everything with all your might into the mat. So spine where it's not going to aggravate your back here. Zipping up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Arms are up towards the ceiling. Big inhale. Exhale. I'm going to nod my chin, lift my chest. I'm reaching long and strong, and I'm going to pump my arms here. My gaze is to my thighs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, belly button in. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look at thighs. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift the chest higher, reach deeper through the arms, and take that down. Woo. Wiggle, 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 side to side. All right, rolling over to the side, coming up. We're going to try some roll-ups and roll downs here. So you can always do this with bent knees. You can hold on as you come back and then come back up. That's a modification. You can take your legs long. Good. Going back to your point of control and coming back up, or follow me and try to do the full. So big inhale. Exhale. I'm going to tilt my pelvis back. I'm scooping in that belly button. My gaze is on my toes. Then I'm going to roll back as smooth as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Arms are going to come up. I don't want you to do this. That's momentum. Anybody can do that. That doesn't work the core. Inhale, exhale. Veering to the left and my legs are lifting up, but I'm coming back up. And then I'm going to round and come forward. Good. From this round and forward, I'm going to keep that C-curve scoop and I'm going to roll right into the next one. Inhale, exhale. So ideally, you want to come up and go down through center. Those of you who have been following for a while know that I do not do this one perfectly. I'm still working on it. But compared to where I was when I first started, when I couldn't even do that, I'm going to take that as a win. Last time, inhale, exhale. We do what we can when we can. Good, and round. And just get a nice little round here. Find a little stretch. And then when you're ready, We're going to roll back down onto our back, coming back supine, and we're going to take some stretches here. Okay. So as you come down, good. I'm going to start stretching my right leg. So I'm going to take my hands behind that right leg, and I'm going to let them travel up as high as they can go. So maybe you're down here, and that's okay. Take them where you can take them, point and flex the foot. Roll that ankle in one direction, and then in the other. And then when you're ready, good, we're going to release. This knee can be a little bit bent or long, depending on you. I'm going to have my arms out to the side, and I'm rolling my shoulders back. So I'm also using my shoulders here, as well as my abdominals. Keep good form and to keep the stability here. Good. Tiny circles 6 times. So we're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it large. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's reverse. Big circle. 1, 2, 3. Hips are stable and grounded. 4, 5, and 6. Good. Now take that into the little circle, same direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And we'll take that to the other side. So hands behind that left leg. Let them travel up as high as they can go. And point and flex that foot. Good. And when you're ready, good. Maybe roll a little bit here in one direction. And the other side. Good. And then when you're ready, good. Let's get those circles. So we're zipping up. Good. From here, arms are out. We're going to find that stability in the core, the hips, the shoulders. Small circles to start. Here, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Reverse that with the large. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow that down. Small circles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees into the chest. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to take this right into rolling like a ball to come to a seat. So I'm going to come up. You can grab back here. You can grab back here. You can cross the ankles, do what you need to do. And from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. From here, let's set up for Saul series. I'm going to take my legs back out about as wide as my mat. And I'm going to come to an anterior tilt of my pelvis. So that just means I'm going to take my tailbone more behind me. And my hip bones are going to rock a little bit more forward. So that helps me get out of this slump asana here. I can be in a nice tall spine. So just like when we were standing and we were doing that roll down against that imaginary wall, same thing here. Let's take the arms forward. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin. Good. Start the C curve scoop. As you do that, arms will come forward. Ears are going to come by the bicep. Good. From here, from the tailbone, keep that C curve scoop as you come all the way up, relaxing the shoulders, going again. Number 2. And coming back up. And let's go for 3. And round in and come back up. And one more time for 4. and coming back up. Good. From here, taking arms up, we're going to take a side bend. I'm going to come towards you first, which is my left side. Both hips stay grounded here. Shoulders and hips are going to stay in alignment here. How deep you go depends on you and your body. And then move through center, other side. And back to the left. And to the right. And to the left. And to the right. One more time. To the left. And to the right. Good. Let's come to a twist. I'm going to take my hands behind the head for this one. Good. From here, let's do this one and pulse, pulse. So going to the left. Pulse, pulse, center. Pulse, pulse, center. Hips stay grounded. Pulse, pulse, center. Pulse, pulse, center. No cranking in the back. Pulse, pulse, center. Pulse, pulse, center. Last one. Pulse, pulse, center. Pulse, pulse, center. Going into our thaw. From here, let's take the arms to the side. I'm going to rotate to my left. I'm going to round and reach, trying to saw the pinky toe off with my pinky finger. If you can't reach, do what you can. Don't do this bouncy thing here, okay? So reach and center and rotate. Round and reach and center. Rotate. Round and reach and center. Rotate. Round and reach and center and rotate. Round and reach and center, rotate, round and reach and center. Last time through, rotate, round and reach and center, rotate, round and reach and come back and relax. Good. We're going to go into side plank prep here. So you can always bring something in for a knee cushion if you need that. You can also fold up your mat, but I'm going to start here in a tabletop position. Good. And I'm going to start. My left knee is going to be my supporting knee. So I've got that foot down. I'm going to turn my left toes out to the side. That's going to be your kickstand. And so then from here, I'm really rooting in to the knuckles of the left hand. I'm pressing the floor away with the left shoulder. And then I'm going to open up here. So this might be you. This might be you. This might be you. Find what you like here. And then from here, we'll come back up. Good. And I'm just going to come down. And we're going to take that to the other side. So from here, good. This time, it's going to be my right knee. It's going to be my supporting knee. I'm going to turn my toes out to the side. Good. I'm pressing into my right hand, right shoulder. I'm lengthening the left leg, and I'm rolling open. And I'm coming open to the left side. So I'm opening to the left. You can stay here. You can be here. You can reach. Find what feels good to you. Find where you're stable. Okay. Remember the prep. This is going to be a modification for full side planks that we're going to do later on. So from here, when you're ready, we're going to come back to supine, back onto our back. I'm just going to take this ponytail out. It just doesn't always work until my hair is long enough to put a bun at the top of my head. It just may not be well for ponytail Pilates. Okay, from here, take another windshield wiper if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to take this right into the series of 5. Series of 5. So I'm going to start knees in tabletop position. I'm in my neutral spine. My belly button is in. Arms are up. Inhale. Exhale. Nod the chin. Good. My left hand's coming to my right knee. My right hand is coming to my right ankle. This helps with alignment. My left leg's going to come long. Good. From here, when you're ready, 8's going to be our magic number today. And switch. And 2. And 3. And 4. Hips stay stable. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Good. Taking that down, small break. Legs up to the ceiling. Single straight leg stretch. I'm going to come back up. I'm going to start on my left side this time. So I've got my hands as high as I can reach. Right leg is going to come long. Here we go. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. 2. 3. 4. Stay with the breath. 5. Try not to pulse the lower leg. 6. 7, 8. And bring that down and come down. Double leg stretch. I'm going to inhale, exhale, coming up. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3, 4. Really reach. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Bringing that down. For me, I'm going to take a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle from side to side. Good. Double straight leg stretch. Legs are going to come up. If you want a little bit more inner thigh, then you can follow me doing this one on Pilates. Otherwise, you can stay parallel. Some people like to have hands underneath here to help with alignment. Others don't need that. Some like to come into the C curve. You choose. This is the one I'm going to do. We're going to inhale on the lower. Make sure you keep that neutral spine. Exhale and lift. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Bring it down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. First for us, remember, this is all about the obliques. It's all about the twist. It is nothing to do with your elbows touching anything. Elbows are out to the side. You're leading with your shoulder, 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 shoulder. Legs are going to do the same thing they did in the single leg stretch. So from here, inhale, exhale, come up, rotate towards the left. This is my right side. And to the left. And 2. And 3. Hips stay grounded. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Woo! And take it down. Wiggle, 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 side to side. Excellent, excellent work. While we're down here, let's get a real quick hip stretch. Excuse me. I'm going to take the right ankle over the left knee. You can stay here or you can pull it in. This is where I'm going to stay today, but you're welcome to thread through here if that's accessible to you. I'm really tight in my hips today, so I just don't want to go past the limit. I want to stretch, but I don't want to kill my hips. And when you're ready, switching sides. Good. So you can stay here, or you can bring it in. You can thread it through if that's accessible to you. And when you're ready, good, we're going to roll like a ball again to transition. You prefer not to do that because you want to do a roll up instead, if that's okay too. Otherwise, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. We're going to come all the way forward here, coming into prone. Prone means belly down. So from here, I'm just going to kind of wiggle, 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 getting situated. Your legs are going to be about hip width-ish apart. And for this first part, your feet are going to stay grounded. Don't let them come up here. So going into swan, you've got a couple options. I'm going to take my hands a little forward into the side of the mat. Elbows are down, rolling shoulders back, zipping up that front body. So maybe a baby swan is where you need to be today. Okay. So how high you come up, whether you're here in baby swan or following me with high swan, matters not as long as you're not crunching in the spine. Okay. And you don't want to hang in the shoulders. Be strong. So belly button is in. Inhale, exhale. Swan 1 and lower. Exhale 2 and lower. Exhale 3 and lower. Exhale 4 and lower. If you're at the baby swan level, you will continue those for another 4. If you can do the high swan and want to swan dive with me, follow me. You have to do the high swan in order to swan dive. Otherwise, you won't get enough space. So from here we go. Swan dive 1, swan dive 2, swan dive 3. Feet will come up here, swan dive 4, and lower that down. wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Single leg kicks. We're going to come up into the Sphinx position. You can clasp the hands together if you would like. Shoulders are over or behind the elbows. And again, think about that protraction. You're pressing away. Belly button is in. Good. From here, starting, you want to also squeeze the glutes here as you do this one. Otherwise, this one's pretty pointless. So from here, when you're ready, right side, pulse, pulse, lower, 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 pulse, pulse, lower. Now taking that up. Point, flex, lower, point, flex, lower. Press away from the floor. Point, flex, lower, 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 point, flex, lower. Take it all the way down and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. In the way that's best for your body, carefully come back up. We're going to go into side planks again. I'm going to lead you through this from the prep that we did earlier into the full side plank, okay? So that way you can stop wherever it is your body needs you to stop. So from here, I'm going to start back on all fours. My left knee is going to be the base. I'm going to take that foot out to the side. I'm going to really plant that left hand and left shoulder back as I open up to the right. So I'm opening up to the right. So again, this might be you. This might be you somewhere in here. You're going to move on from here. Good. Really stabilize this top leg. Your left leg's going to come behind. You can be in a stack. Good. Shoulders and hips are even. You can be in a lift. Find it where you need to find it. It is harder than it looks. Try not to hang in the shoulder. Shoulders over or behind that wrist. And when you're ready, we're going to take that down. Good. Find a child's pose here. Maybe decompress those wrists a little bit. And then when you're ready, good, I'm just going to turn around this way. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So from here, good. Now your left knee, or back, that's wrong. Right knee is going to be your base. Good. You can turn that toe out to the side for a low kickstand. Good. You're going to press into the right hand, press out of the right shoulder. Good. Lengthening that left leg. I'm going to open here to the right. So here's your modification. Anywhere along here, or good, really stabilize through this left leg. Right leg's going to come behind. This might be where you are. You can be on a stack. You can be on a lift. Trying to keep hips and chest in the same direction. So I'm really shaking and quaking here. This is my harder side. Woo. And then when you're ready, good, we'll take that down. Finding a child's pose. Woo. Harder than it looks. Now, but we're not done with these. We're going to come into side series from here. So we're going to come back to the modification. So let's just give the right side a little bit of a break. Let's come back to the left. Good. So the left knee is down, left toe is out to the side. I'm going to come out over here. Good. So I'm trying to really open up. Good. This leg, it can be pointed, it can be flat. You choose what works for you. Good. And we're just going to lift and tap. Lift, tap. 3, tap. 4, tap. 5, tap. 6, tap. Good. Now, bend and reach and bend and reach. I'm adding the elbow in here, but you don't have to. You can always just do this by itself, just like that. And one more. Good. And reach, reach, reach. Let's lift. Let's get a little bit of a side stretch here. Good. And then when you're ready, good, we'll come down, taking that to the other side. So from here, good, coming back to the right side, right knee's going to be down. You can take that right toe out to the side, press in, opening up. So you're opening up to the left. Good. So here we go. Taking a tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And here we go. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach, reach, reach. Maybe get a nice little stretch. Good, and then from here, whenever you're ready. Good, we're gonna come back down to prone. Good. So we're gonna go back to the swan series. We're gonna add swan rocker on this plane. So if you just wanna stay with the swan, the baby swan or high swan, that's okay. So I'm gonna take my hands a little forward and to the side, rolling shoulders back. Big inhale, exhale, here's my swan. I'm gonna do a few dives first. Here's dive, 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 rock. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. And take that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Press back, child's pose. Right. So we're going to take some teasers here. So typically the prep for teaser is being able to do a roll up, which I kind of do, but kind of don't, which also means my teaser looks like my roll up. So I veer to the left when I lift for roll up. I veer to the left when I lift for teaser. Okay. Ideally, you want to come through center. If you have a little bit of a back issue or really tighten the hamstrings when you come up, I want you to bend your knees as you come in, and you'll probably see me doing that. It's harder if both legs are lifting up together, but if that's where you are in your practice and you want it, go there. So from here, I'm going to start back here. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Good. And it's okay to bend. It's okay to bend. I'm going to go. Let me back up. I make a lot of noises when I try to come up into a teaser. It is so hard. Good. And then we'll take that back down. Good. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Good. And coming back up and coming down. Now, if you're like, there is no way I can get up at all, whether I'm veering to one side or the other or center, you can't get up. So here's a prep for you. Take your hands behind. Good. Come in here. Good. You can. This is a teaser prep. Also a teaser prep. Find what works for your body and go there. Let's try this one more time. One more time. Good. Inhale, exhale. Oh. Fight for it, fight for it, fight for it. From here, when you're ready, we're going to take this into some hip circles. So I'm going to take my hands back here, kind of like that teaser prep that I just showed you. You can also do this with bent knees or long legs, but I want to be long in my back. I don't want to hang back here. And I'm just going to go to one side. 1, 2, and 3, and reverse. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to cross the ankles coming forward. We're going to take this into another plank. We're going to lift the knees here. Now, you also have the option to do this in a forearm plank as well, which I think is a little bit harder. But if that's what you want, once you need, go there. Again, risky people, you're going to come down. So I'll show you what this looks like down here first. So here's your plank. You can even be grounded. If you're lifted forearm plank, this is what you're doing, trying to keep the hips even. If you're grounded knees, you're going to look like this. Okay. From here, you can follow me into the high plank. Coming up. And when you're ready, good. Let's lift. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Coming down. Woo. And coming back. This one, we're all going to come to a forearm plank for. Knees can be lifted or grounded. And we're going to try our hand at side forearm plank. So coming back down. Hands will not clasp here. So from here, find your forearm plank. Good. And then maybe rolling to the right side. Coming back down, rolling to the left. And coming back down. Let's see if we can do this one more time. To the right. And down. And left. Woo. And down. Drop those knees. Child's pose. Whew. Hardest part is over. We get to stretch now. So from here, coming to a seat. Good. We're going to set up for a little bit of a mermaid. So how you sit here kind of depends on you. You can have it kind of a toe tucked back here. You can be like this. Some people like to be more in a Z position. Whatever feels good to your hip, your body is what I would recommend. But I'm taking my feet to the left. So feet to the left. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, side bend to the right. Reaching over. Maybe taking a circle and reach. And maybe rotate. And opening back up. And moving through center. Take it to the left. A little bit of a harder stretch. Good. Taking that arm forward to a little circle. And maybe optional rotation. And coming back up. Good. We're just going to switch the feet to the right now. Sit how you need to sit here on this side. This might not be what you did on the other side. And then from here, big inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Taking it over. Good. Circling. Good. Finding rotation. Opening back up. Moving through center. Taking it towards the right. Circling. Good. Maybe a little bit of a rotation here. And coming back up. Way to go. You made it through this intense Pilates mat work class. It was heavy on the core, heavy on the upper body. I hope you had a wonderful workout experience, and I hope you'll join me again soon. Bye-bye.